didn't see an awful lot of that until it was too late in that fourth quarter.
We did, and we saw it from them for 48. We have to shake their hand. They came in, made the shots they needed to make, and we missed a lot of bunnies. I think we shot 30% inside the three-point line. And, that again, I thought they played desperate, and we didn't meet that level. But again, we got to tip our hat to them. They came in and did what they were supposed to do and had to do, and we didn't meet that level for 48 minutes. We met it for a period of time, but we didn't do it for 48.
Amari had a crazy good night. Looked like he was 27 years old again.
We had no answer for it. I mean, we double-teamed him. We rotated all our bigs we had, fronted, whatever we had to do with him. And he made the shots. Again, he made the plays, some tough plays. And then Carmelo was Carmelo. One thing we did take the three-point shot out, which was our goal going in. But we got to do a better job with our post defense.
Was Amir not coming back in after the early third quarter?
It was tough. I mean, just the conditioning, rust, and the whole 9 yards. But again, we got to get him, acclimated back to playing.
But he didn't injure it worse.
No. He just, I thought Pat, Chuck, we were struggling against Amari, and that was going to be his matchup.
What do you think of Carmelo's game?
Oh, unbelievable. Like I said, he made the plays he made against double teams. John Salmons and Terrence were draped over him. Again, I can't fault their effort. He made some tough shots. And again, our one-on-one defense has got to get better in those situations. But as long as you make a guy make tough shots, you've done your job. What I was more we've got to finish plays at our end. I mean, we missed a lot of, like I said, we shot 30% inside the arc. A lot of good looks we normally make, and we got to finish those plays.
You guys still could clinch the division tonight with the loss, but is this sort of a wake-up call for the guys?
I promise you, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about our team where we got to get better, get Amir Johnson back in, get our defense back acclimated, back to the level where we need to be, our individual defense. I thought our schemes we had were pretty good, but just the individual stuff that you got to guard your man, guard your yard, they made big plays, and we got to make it a little bit tougher for them.
How do you assess the individual D right now? Like, what's happening? Are the guys letting their foot off the gas a little bit here down the stretch?
No. Like I said, you have two, Carmelo Anthony, he's probably one of the best offensive players in the world, and he made some tough shots. I cannot fault John Salmons and Terrence Ross's individual defense. As I said, we can make it tougher for them, but it's not like they're taking the foot off the pedal at all. They were working and made him work for every shot.
The three-point shooting has been a bright spot, not just tonight, but the last couple of weeks. Are you happy with where those shots
Very excited. That was a bright spot. I mean, that was a bright spot for us. It was the three-point shooting. Again, we got to finish inside the three now. And teams, they're going to start running us off the three-point line. Now we got to go in and make plays, finish at the rim. I thought we missed some easy bunnies that we normally make and ones that we should have had inside the paint. So, again, some bright spots. The world's not over. World is not ended. I'm not dejected and lost my mind. We got some basketball still to play. Some things we need to work on. Things we can get better at. Again, we went against a team that came in with their backs totally against the wall, and they made the plays they needed to make.
You're happy with the threes, but is there any concern with Terrence? 10 of the 12 shots are threes. He hasn't really been diversifying the game lately. Is there any concern about?
Not concerned. I'll look at it and see, Ryan, but I'm not concerned. He had some open looks. I thought he had some opportunities to drive when he didn't. But again, when you go in there, you got to finish it. And against a team like this, you got to get strong. You got to get low. You got to attack with strength and power and force. To finish the plays, and that's what we got to learn to do.
Just a little bit of jitters, knowing that they could clinch their division. They're just right at the start. They just seemed a little.
I thought New York made a muscle, and I thought we met it. I thought both teams were kind of filling each other out at first. And again, this game was not about us not playing hard. Our guys are competing. I thought they made them take tough shots. And I'm gonna say this again. They made some difficult shots when you go back and look at the film. Again, we didn't take advantage of some of the opportunities we had to finish plays. It was the biggest difference.
How do you approach the final 3 games in terms of keeping guys fresh for when it really matters come next weekend in the playoffs?
Well, we're gonna keep the same rotation. I don't think we got a lot of young guys. You got a week and then 3 days before the playoffs, we're not the only guy that really is ramping up the minutes is DeMar, and I don't see any signs of fatigue from him. Although Kyle's had a week off, he's fresh. Amir's had a week and a half off, he should be fresh coming back. So there's nobody really with really extended minutes that shouldn't be fresh.
Coming into the playoffs, we're seeing, especially last of all, a lot of Chuck, a lot of John. Tyler's getting in every game. Is this because these are the guys with the playoff experience on this team?
Well, yeah, that too, and that goes to his point that, you know, it's spelling some guys and getting more guys in the rotation and giving some other guys minutes. I think Tyler and Chuck, the way the game is going to be played in the playoffs is they fit that, the intensity, the physicality. But again, it's going to take everybody, not just the starting five.
Dwane, we just got a note that Atlanta won in Brooklyn when you won the division. Can you give us something on that?
That's to tell. I'm not. Believe me, I'm not. I'm excited about it. It's good for us. But again, I'm more concerned about getting better, and continue to play. I mean, maybe you have something to say on the winning the division. I don't. You know, it's not.
That's the second one in 19 years here.
Right. And it's great for the fans. Believe me, it's great for the fans. I'm excited for the fans, but. I'm more concerned about 30% inside the three-point line tonight, and you know, that's good to know, and it's exciting again for the fans, Doug. And this franchise has had a lot of ups and downs, and I think right now it's funny how the expectations change. You know, we go from developing, and now all at once we lose to Carmelo Anthony and a team like this, and you know, the world. Believe me, we still have some growing to do. A great foundation where we are, and now we just want to be ready to go into the playoffs with some momentum and not let a game like tonight, which, you know, again, I'm tipping my hat to New York. They made some tough plays, and, you know, sometimes somebody just kicks your butt. And I'm looking at that because, again, our team has not quit. You know, the Toronto Raptor players are giving it all. They're landing on the line, and, you know, you're not going to win 82. So I'm happy about that. But, again, I'm excited about our players and where we are right now.
Does being at home mean anything, Dwane, in the playoffs, when you open the playoffs?
It does for our fans and for us, you know, because we are a young team. And whoever we play, probably if it's going to be Brooklyn, it's probably going to be more of an experienced team. So being at home will help. But it's not the answer. It's not the cure-all. It's not going to win the game for you. We still have to go out and compete and win and do the things we have to do to win. But again, it's great for our fans.